This is the Black Terps Matter Experience, number 3, and we are here live from Stamp Student Union in the Maryland Food Co-op room. Today we are focusing on the history of Black student activism at the United States level, at the DMV level, and at the UMD level. So for today's event, we actually have 2 sections. We're going to be starting out with a letter from a current UMD student named Ty Candace, and she's going to be speaking about a situation that she has dealt with here at the University of Maryland. So before we go into that and the rest of the presentation today, I was recommended to introduce myself properly because throughout all of the Black Terps Matter Experience like videos and events that we've had so far, I never actually introduced myself. I'm pretty bad at that. So I am Saba Shabaka. I am one of the co-founders of Black Terps Matter, which is an anti-racist coalition here at the University of Maryland. The coalition started on June 25th, 2020, and we started by having a protest, direct action, because we believe as a coalition of students that want to see change, direct action is one of the most successful forms of impact. So we started with a protest, and we worked and worked for a whole year until we graduated, and we pushed for a list of 10 demands, which eventually became 25 demands on behalf of the BlackatUMD community. And so that's something that I'm really happy that I was able to be a part of, just one of the community members between 2020 and 2021 that made sure to get something done. And we're still pushing for change, and that is one of the reasons why we are making sure to highlight current students, because that's what it's really about. The school would have nothing without the students, and they don't really act like that enough. So that's what we are making sure to do with our platform. So Ty Candace is going to come up, and I'm going to say a little bit more about her situation, and then she's going to be reading her letter. Let's roll. Come on, closer. Hey, boo. Hey. All right, so I have Ty Candace here with me. And Ty Candace is a freshman. She is from Baltimore City, Baltimore. And she came to UMD, she just got here last year, and she had an issue in her dorm room that she was living in that really stopped her from being able to function and live college like any normal student should be able to, like literally anywhere. And when I found out about her story, one of her teachers from high school actually reached out to me, and she said that this was a situation that was going on, and she really wanted some assistance for Ty Candace. So as Black Terps Matter, being the anti-racist coalition that we are on UMD's campus, I made sure to reach out to Ty Candace and ask her how I could help and basically what was wrong. So I got put in contact with Ty Candace about 4 months ago in October, right after homecoming actually. And it was really unfortunate to me to hear that all of the people that were supposed to be helping her did not help her. And at first she didn't know if it was because of the color of her skin, but now at this point we can basically confirm. So long story short, what happened was Ty Candace and her roommate, who is also a Black woman, were in their dorm on campus, and in September actually, they started getting woken up in the middle of the night by people making monkey noises outside of their dorm. And it was really confusing to them because they've never done anything to anyone on their hall. They keep to themselves, and they're very kind and great students that focus on their, scholastics. So why this was happening to them, they didn't really understand, but they did try to take it to their resident advisor, who was no help. And they also escalated it to their resident director, who also was not much of a help. So Ty Candace and her roommate had to go through a variety of different departments and offices to try and get some help. And it shouldn't be like that, quite simply. So after months of trying to get help, she finally was able to fight and get moved into a new dorm. And I really want Ty Candace to take a second to read her letter and talk about her situation from her own point of view, because she has a story and it should be amplified. And she'll tell you more about what she thinks everyone should know after the letter as well. So, Ty Candace.
Okay, so hey, I'm Ty Candace, and I'm reading my letter titled Head Always High Purposely Unnoticed Tears of a Black Child. She calls for help. All of a sudden, no one is there to listen. They call for help. All of a sudden, ears are opening and smiles are glistening. This cycle is constantly repeated, even if it meant leaving the body of a black child bleeding. Today, as she look around, she see failure, but only in her communities. She see poor people, fiends, and crackheads, but only in her communities. She see police brutality, she see unjust decisions, and fear. And yet, that goes on everywhere, but it always seems so close, so near to, home, close to home, sorry. She sees deaths, poverty, and statistics of the different events happening, but only in her communities. But that's shown by the news and by the people who claim they want to help. What she really sees is people in fear of her succeeding because of the color of her skin. When her eyes open and the day still feels dark because she knows what's to come, leaving a feeling of depression that eventually turns her numb. The way she comprehends and the way her eyes aren't blind so she can't pretend she don't see what's happening around her and peers, or her ears can't hear the monkey noises outside of her dorm that randomly appears. She laughs because if there is no smile behind her fear, she may not be here. She laughs again because she sees excellence at the excellence, accomplish at the accomplishment, rise at the rise. It's not about being recognized, which they simply don't realize. She doesn't want pity. She earned her respect. Her situation at a PWI would have been handled sooner if she wore a different disguise. Underneath their white lies the body of people like her. So yes, indeed, she feared for her and her roommates' lives. But even when she fell dead, she always remembered she would leave behind many that cared if she didn't survive this PWI. She was strong and honest because the beautiful woman who raised her. So when tears dropped from her eyes, her mom and God is where she would go to confide. She moves with kindness and begins to take people out like that. The word we is often misconstrued because everyone got their own definition of it. Stop it. They cared about an image. She cared about actions behind an image. Big difference. She is a human, but to them, she was just black or a threat. Again, they need to stop that. The assumptions are real, but they don't want to talk about that. This is just one of the few reasons why she continues to be herself, write her poems, and spill her tea graciously, and be that dope queen mama raised her to be. They say if it ain't directed, it's not respected, but without a name drop, those she are speaking about will receive her message. Those may ask, well, who is she? That black queen? She is me.
Thank you for sharing that, Ty Candace. And thank you for coming here and speaking. I appreciate it and you sharing your story. So I just want to give you the opportunity to say anything else that you'd like to say about your situation or anything that you want people to know.
I would just say, just to let y'all know, just to be true to y'all, true to who y'all are, no matter what situations y'all put in.
Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So Ty Candace is a freshman here at Maryland, and she's going to be continuing to persevere, and these situations will not define her, and they will not, period. Like, they will not define her future. They do not define her as an individual, and we will be seeking next steps in this. This is not the end of it, but the purpose of this was really to amplify her story so people know that this is something that is still going on at the University of Maryland and probably colleges all over the country. Blatant disrespect of Black people and Black bodies, and we won't sit quietly about it anymore. And also, we just want to encourage any students that may be dealing with any similar issues or any issues that have to do with harassment or bias or discrimination, please speak up and please feel empowered, because organizations like Black Terps Matter are here at the University of Maryland, but all across the country there are different Black student unions and different organizations that really want to support students. So please know that you never have to sit and deal with this. Just like Ty Candace was helped out of her situation, you can find help too. So thank you very much for coming and joining us.
Thank y'all.
For sure. So y'all can cut it out.
Thank you so much for
That was
sharing
amazing.
I'm so sorry that
You're such a talented writer.
Yeah, seriously.
Serious.
Do you write a lot of poems?
Yeah.
You write a lot of poems?
Yes.
I love it.